Theo walks through the front door at 3:45, backpack already sliding off one shoulder, cheeks still flushed from the walk home. For 6 hours today, he did everything right. He sat through circle time without wandering off. He waited his turn twice when every part of him wanted to go first. He caught the answer in his throat and swallowed it back down 3 separate times because you're not supposed to shout it out. He even remembered to hang his coat up when the teacher asked. His teacher's note home says, "Great day. He was a real team player." 20 seconds after the front door closes, his shoe won't come off. And Theo screams like the house is on fire. Not a whine, not a complaint. A full, red-faced scream over a shoe he's put on 100 times before without any trouble at all. David hears the scream from the kitchen, and his patience is already gone before he's even in the room. He was fine all day. This is not about a shoe. Eleanor gets there first, kneeling down fast, already bargaining. Okay, we don't have to do the shoe right now. It's fine. 2 parents, 2 completely different instincts in the same 5 seconds, both trying to make it stop. Neither one wrong to feel what they're feeling, but neither one has the full picture yet. If this sounds familiar, a child who holds it together at school and comes apart the moment they're home, you are not imagining it. And you're not the only parent wondering why. There's a name often used for what just happened in that entryway: after-school restraint collapse. It describes a pattern a lot of parents know painfully well. A child spends the whole day holding everything together somewhere structured, and finally lets go the moment they reach somewhere safe. And once you understand what's really happening, the shoe stops being the story. Picture a can of soda, shaken all day long and never once opened. Every time Theo bit back a comment, that's a shake. Every time he sat still in his chair when his whole body wanted to get up and move, that's a shake. Every time the classroom got loud and bright and he had to keep functioning through it anyway, that's a shake. Every time he followed a rule that made no real sense to him, just because that's what you do at school, that's a shake too. Even small things count. A scratchy collar he couldn't adjust, a friend who cut in line, a worksheet that took 3 tries to understand. Most of that effort doesn't show from the outside. His teacher sees a well-behaved 7-year-old having a great day. But the effort was real, and it was constant, and it cost something every single time. By 3:45, that can isn't a little bit shaken. It is completely maxed out, and the very first place it feels safe enough to open is the one place Theo trusts without question: home. This isn't unique to ADHD, but for many ADHD children, holding everything together takes far more effort. Think of self-control as a limited resource, not something unlimited. A child like Theo may be working constantly just to sit still, filter out noise, follow instructions, switch between tasks, and hold his impulses back. Things that look ordinary from the outside can take enormous effort on the inside. So by the time he's home, he may not be choosing to stop holding it together. He may simply have very little left to hold it together with. Here's the part parents usually get backwards. Home isn't where it goes wrong. Home is where it's finally allowed to. A nervous system does not let its guard down somewhere risky. It waits for the safest place it knows, and then it lets go. That's why some children seem to hold it together at school, at activities, or around other adults, and unravel the moment they get home. If Theo saves his hardest moment of the whole day for you, that isn't automatically a failure of your parenting. Sometimes home is simply the first place he no longer has to work so hard to hold everything in. David's instinct makes sense on paper. You were fine for 6 hours, so straighten up now. But to Theo's already maxed out nervous system, that's one more shake to a can that has nowhere left to put it. It adds shame directly on top of exhaustion, and it quietly teaches him that opening up at home isn't safe either. Elena's instinct comes from love. She sees Theo hurting and tries to make the difficult feeling disappear right away. Reducing what's being asked of him in that moment isn't the problem. The problem is believing the feeling itself has to be stopped or rescued. Theo doesn't need someone to erase the moment. He needs someone calm enough to stay with him while it passes. Neither approach was ever really about the shoe. David tries to stop the collapse with pressure. Elena tries to stop it with rescue. Both are trying to make the fizz disappear instead of understanding why the can got shaken in the first place. Here's what actually helps, and it only takes 3 moves. 1. Expect the fizz. Restraint collapse isn't a surprise emergency. It's a predictable part of the day, the same way your child gets hungry at dinner time. If you know it's coming, you can meet it calmly instead of reacting like something has gone badly wrong. Even just quietly telling yourself, in the car on the way to pick him up, he's probably going to be full by the time we get home, changes how you show up at that front door. 2. Empty the tank. No, how was school? No chores, no next task in that very first window home. Just a snack, some quiet, and low demands. Let the pressure come all the way down on its own timeline before anything new gets added back onto the can. A few low-demand minutes now can change the entire tone of what happens next. 3. Reconnect, then redirect. Once the storm has passed, a short, warm reconnection is enough. A hug. A simple, "That was a lot, huh?" No lecture about the meltdown itself, and no long conversation about what happened. The actual rule about shoes or homework or bedtime can come back later when everyone actually has the capacity to talk about it. It doesn't need to be settled in the middle of the collapse. The next afternoon, David holds back the lecture. Eleanor holds back the rescue. They just make room for the fizz to finish. A snack already on the counter. No questions yet. A few quiet minutes before anyone asks Theo for anything at all. Theo cries for a few minutes. Then he stops on his own. Then he asks for a hug. Nobody fixed the shoe faster. Nobody solved anything in the moment at all. They just stopped adding pressure to a can that was already full and let it finish doing what it needed to do. It was never really about getting rid of the collapse. It was about finally understanding what it's for. If your child saves their hardest moment of the day for you, it may not mean home is where everything goes wrong. It may mean home is the first place they no longer have to work so hard to hold it all in. Different is not difficult. Sometimes different is just exhausted from trying to look easy all day. The printable pressure release checklist is waiting for you below. And next time, we're getting into why punishment so often backfires on an ADHD brain and what actually works instead.